Sit with me. Hey, my name is Marina. If you don't know me and you've just stumbled across this video, I don't know why. Maybe because you yourself are submitting a higher degree like a PhD or a master's. If so, all my luck and love to you. But otherwise, I assume that you know me and that's why you're watching this video. But I thought that I might give a quick intro to what this video actually is, because at the time of filming about 6 months ago, I just dove straight in and didn't kind of give any overview of what was actually happening. So I submitted my PhD about 6 months ago when these clips were filmed, and it was a really chaotic time. It was also mundane as well. It was kind of both. But at the time, I was also watching a lot of vlogs from people who had filmed the lead up to their submission, and I found them really helpful and I found them really comforting, and I wanted to kind of add to that to show my gratitude as well. So yeah, my PhD was on grief writing and objects. So my research looked at the ways that we use materiality or possessions to tell stories about loss. And then I also wrote a book about my own grief and my own life that was largely about the loss of my mum when I was in my teens. She was a writer, both my parents are writers, and it's sort of an inheritance for me. So it was a really beautiful but also really difficult process writing that, let alone doing it as a PhD as well. So all of that kind of chaos and turmoil came to a head at submission time. As you're gonna see, I did get emotional at some points, but yeah, I just felt like I wanted to share that piece of the process, and I hope you enjoy. I am just taking a lunch break at the pub at uni. I have a really delicious falafel burger and a beautiful view of the city outside. Just trying to take it easy, have a bit of a breather and not think about my work for half an hour. And then I'm gonna get back at it. It is a bit non-stop at the moment, but that's kind of to be expected at this point. I think that today is 9 days to go. So I think the countdown is on, and we've got to keep moving. But for now, rest and burger. I decided to write my acknowledgements, like my thank yous for all the support and help that I've had throughout the PhD, and I made myself cry. I made myself emotional. It's just like, I think we see the PhD as such a solitary endeavor, but oh boy, I physically, literally, all of the words, could not have done this without the people in my life who have helped me, supported me, loved me, listened to me ramble, listened to me rant, and yeah, it feels really nice to be able to say thank you to them on paper. So I'm working on my first chapter, and there are some sections in yellow and blue highlighted that I want to change or kind of like make additions to or move things around. This bit in the middle of the chapter has got to have the most changes. So yeah, it's nothing major, but there's about like 8 to 10 comments that I need to go through before this chapter is on its way to being done. I'm back in my car. I'm gonna drive home and keep working from home, I think, because I've just kind of hit a bit of a wall at uni, and I find that changing up my surroundings really helps if I'm feeling a bit stuck. So yeah, gonna go home, have a snack, maybe have a bit of a break, and then get back into it for probably a whole evening of work if I'm feeling motivated, which I think I am, and I want to stay on track. So yes, no, I will be motivated. It is 8 days to go until submission. I had a meeting with my supervisors this morning and kind of caught them up as to where I'm up to, got their feedback on a few things, got them to answer some questions of like feedback on my document that I was unsure about. And I think it was really useful. So I'm feeling motivated for the rest of the day. I am going to try and tick off a few little things that we talked about in the meeting first, just while they're fresh in my mind. Then I'm going to have some lunch, and then I'm going to get back into doing my more intense editing. So yeah, got to keep moving. I would like to thank my past self for meal prepping, because I would not have had the energy to make real food today. So yes, thanks past Marina. I'm taking a break to go pick up my partner from work and also get some food. And I gotta tell you, I am hitting a bit of a wall today. I was pretty optimistic, had energy and all that kind of stuff this morning, but just, yeah, a whole day of staring at my computer screen has fried my brain basically, and I feel like I'm looking at the same words over and over. So yeah, hopefully going out and doing something different for a bit is gonna refresh me to come back to it tonight, because I gotta keep going.
Having the trees on the other side.
So I took a break this afternoon because I was very much hitting my limit. In fact, I think I got pretty close to having a bit of a meltdown. And it wasn't for any particular reason. It was just, I think that I had been reading the same words over and over again, just feeling quite stressed. So we went for a really nice walk, and now I'm sitting down to try and do just one more hour of work for the day. It's like 7:30 now, and I don't really want to have a late night of work. So yeah, I'm just going to do one more hour, try and chip off just a few more little tasks, and I will start fresh tomorrow. It's 8:30 and I just finished another edit of the memoir, which is my creative artifact. So it makes up like a big portion of my PhD. It is currently just under 60,000 words. And yeah, so feeling good about that. And I think it might be kind of a natural stopping point for the night. I do have a few other things that I'm going to just check up on. But otherwise, I think, yeah, I might pack it in. I've dragged myself up out of the house, I've put on a nice outfit, and I'm going to have a very productive day at uni. At least I need to have a very productive day at uni, because I didn't quite get enough done yesterday. So yeah, wish me luck. That's cute. Back in the car once again. I'm heading home. I got quite a bit done today thanks to the gentle bullying and love of my mate Edith, because I just was really struggling with a few of the edits that I was doing. So it really helped to talk about them out loud, get suggestions, bounce ideas around. And now I have ticked off all of the feedback and comments from my supervisors. So it doesn't mean it's perfect, it doesn't mean it's finished. I've still got quite a bit that I want to do to it, and they still have to give it one last look over. But it's still a huge relief to have kind of addressed all of the major things and start working on the final version of the document. Wow. I also decided to change the title. So just 1 week out from submission things, deciding to change the title. But anyway, I think it's coming along. I'm feeling much better than I was yesterday. So let's hope we can keep this energy up. Randomly, but very lovely, I just left the house to judge an art competition by some very cool kids, and I was very impressed with the art. It was gorgeous and really like had a lot of feeling in it. So yeah, that made my job easy as well, which was really great fun. And now I'm gonna go do some babysitting. Hopefully while the kids are asleep, I can get some work done as well. I'm working while babysitting, but I'm trying to be quiet because I just put the kids down and it's going pretty well. I am doing a restructure of my introduction, which sounds a bit wild a week out. Maybe restructure isn't the right word. I'm kind of refocusing it. So I'm cutting out some bits that I don't think I need, and I'm shifting around a few of the sections just so it flows a little bit better. And I've also added in a few extra quotes and ideas and things that had been floating around but which hadn't actually made their way into the thesis. So yeah, it's actually looking like a bit of a mess at the moment, but I can see my vision, I can see where I'm going, so I'm just gonna keep chugging away at it. I'm kind of freaking out about the fact I only have a few days left, but yeah, just gotta keep going, one foot in front of the next. Good morning. I'm still in my PJs, I've got my coffee, but I have started doing some work. Yeah, things have been a little bit hard. I worked all of last night while I was babysitting, which was good. I got heaps done, but it's a bit like tidying your room, editing a thesis. Bear with me. It's a bit like tidying your room because everything gets heaps messier before it gets neat again. So yeah, at the moment I'm dealing with a draft that looks worse than when I started editing it, which is kind of stressful at this late stage, but I know the way that I work and I know that this is just what happens and I know that it's going to end up looking good and being more in depth and detailed and like more rigorous. So yeah, I just got to keep going. And I have a helper. Hey. I'm at the stationery store to get the all-important red pen to do my writing up when I print it out and check for any errors. So I finished up doing my references, which is what I was doing on the couch. Probably not the best to be working from the couch, but yeah, if you are my sister or sister-in-law and you see this, I'm sorry. They're both my massage therapists. Anyway, so I'm out for a walk, getting some fresh air and some sunshine and feeling better, feeling good. It's such a roller coaster. There's such ups and downs for this last little home stretch of work. You know, one day I'm thinking, this is good, I've got this. And the next day I'm like, wow, this is awful. I don't want to show this to anyone. And some of it's negative self-talk and some of it's just like, yeah, the roller coaster of emotions I think that is natural to come along with such a big project ending. Like I've been working on this for 3.5 years, a bit longer. I've been thinking about it for much longer. So yeah, it's pretty wild, but I just got to tell myself those are normal feelings and it's good that I'm out and about and getting some fresh air before getting back into it. Hey. Aww. Hi. Bye. It is Saturday. Atlas is being very noisy wherever she is. Oh, there you are. Are you saying hello? It's Saturday and I'm working, obviously, because I've got 5 days left, I think. Oh God, the days are fully blurring together. But yes, it's Saturday. I'm gonna head to uni to do some work. And by some work, I mean a very full day of work. This is kind of like crunch time for getting the final edits done and making sure it's all polished and being able to send it off to my supervisors tomorrow. I still also have to do some work on my introduction. It is hurting my brain a little bit. I think I've just looked at it for too long, moved around the parts too much, and yeah, I've stressed myself out with it a little bit, but it's fine. So working on the introduction, doing some final edits, getting it ready to send off to my supervisors for kind of like a final nod and a final check. And then it's basically just some administrative stuff for the rest of the week. So today's a big day, but gonna make it a good one. What do you think? Yeah, she's keen. I'm at uni and there is barely anyone else here because it is grey, it is a weekend, and yeah, I think maybe it's just PhD students. to uni, it is dead here. There is absolutely no one here. Like I said, it's gloomy today, and it's a Saturday, so yeah, not many people around, but it's quite peaceful and nice as well. And my best mate is going to come hang out and study as well, so yes, I won't be too lonely. And I'm just working on my second chapter of my thesis at the moment. I'm at the stage where all my ideas are there, all my arguments are there, I've done all the readings. It's just a matter of making sure that they're polished and that everything flows really well and that there are no spelling mistakes or grammatical errors, things like that. So yeah, it's kind of nice to go over it and see how much work I've done and just make it shiny and nice. So yes, chapter 2 is what I'm working on at the moment, and I'll check back in a little bit later. I said I wasn't going to add anything extra, but then I wanted to add in this footnote and it became a paragraph. I've just got so many ideas in my head, and like, I think there's this anxiety of, oh, I've got to make sure I say everything I want to say. So I have to be aware not to like overwrite, but I do think that this was a useful addition to my argument. So we keep on going, back at it. Making us both cry because I realized I'm submitting this week. Today was a success. I got a lot done, and also thanks to the kindness of a friend printing for me, I have a printed copy of my thesis. It is massive. But yes, I'm very excited to go through this. I bought the red pen specially for the occasion, and to finally do a proofread. Yay! Here's an example of some of the edits that I'm doing. It's just like small little things, changing the ends of sentences, taking out some sentences. It's very, very basic and small stuff. My handwriting is so messy, but luckily I can read it. And yeah, it's really, really nice seeing it in the printed form and getting to see the images and stuff printed. I know that the people who mark my thesis aren't going to print it. They're probably not going to print it, but it's nice for me to see it this way anyway. It's like seeing my last 3.5 years in one document is pretty cool. I am out for lunch for my friend's hens, which I am very excited about. I have been doing some of my edits this morning. I'm going to do a heap of them tonight, but yes, it's nice to have a bit of a break and be out in the sunshine and celebrate. So I've just had the day at my other job and it was a great day. Obviously a bit nerve-wracking being away from my desk when I've only got a few days left, but I think it was good for me to be out and about and not in front of my computer for a little bit. Hopefully means I can come back to my thesis with some fresher eyes as well. Anyway, the day is done. I have some takeaway because I don't want to spend time dilly-dallying cooking. I just want to get straight back to my edits tonight. So that's the plan. I also got some very good news today that both my supervisors are happy with my current version. Knowing that I am polishing and fixing up typos and stuff, they have given their blessing for me to submit later this week. So yeah, all systems go basically. Very, very excited. I've been working for about an hour and I'm up to page 200. I need to get to page 313, so hopefully just another hour of work and I will have done my tasks for today. It's 8:30 now, so yeah, hopefully no longer than 9:30. I'm in a proper outfit and I'm leaving the house because I actually have a tattoo booked in, so maybe not the most convenient while I'm on the home stretch, but it's actually a tattoo that is based on some of my mum's artwork, and a lot of my thesis is to do with my mum. So yeah, it's quite lovely, but I gotta go do that before I get into my work for the day. So yeah, next time you see me, I'll have a new tattoo. I am home from the tattoo. It was so much fun. And now getting stuck back into my work, although I am just having a break to hang out with my cat for a little while because I'm just obsessed with her. Yeah, so I have gone through my introduction and made some edits to it. At this point, it's just things like making sure that all the referencing is correct and proofreading, so looking for mistakes, missed words, stuff like that. Basically, it's mostly grammatical. There was, I think, maybe 2 spots where I wanted to rearrange the order of some sentences and kind of like the flow of ideas, but even that was pretty minor. So that's pretty exciting because I can, as I'm reading it, I can see that it's pretty polished work apart from these changes that I'm about to make. So yeah, done the introduction, and now on to chapter 1. I just finished marking up my document with my red pen, so I just have to type up the changes tomorrow. Then I've got some referencing checks to do, and I have to write a little abstract thing for graduation. It's 150 words. I have to turn it into a PDF and make sure that none of the images and stuff move around, that it all looks good. And that's it. That's everything that I have left to do. I think I might rest for a little bit. I know I've got a lot to do tomorrow and then a little bit to do on submission day, but I'm tired, and I think rest is just as important as getting it all done. So yeah, rest time. Good morning. I am right into the work today because it's thesis submission eve. So I'm starting by looking at my references, and I noticed that I was missing a key piece of information in some of them. So I have to go through and add that, which I'm glad that I checked. But you know, these are the last minute checks that I knew that I was going to be doing. So yeah, this is probably going to take me an hour or so, and then I'm gonna properly get up and ready for the day. I am still in my pajamas. I like to work when I first wake up and then get ready for the day afterwards. Anyway, so I'm gonna work on this for a little bit, then get ready for the day, then get started on my actual exegesis edits, which I'm excited about. So yeah, gonna keep trucking along. So I was just studying at a local cafe, which you've seen in this video before because I really like the vibes there. I like the music, I like the food. So it's like a really dependable place to go do basic study where I don't need to concentrate too hard. So like what I'm doing at the moment, which is just making changes that I've already marked up on a document. However, it was empty when I got there, but it filled up with people really quickly, and it's a pretty small space. So I ended up feeling a bit overwhelmed by that and have decided to head home to keep working. But yeah, the food was really nice and it was great to get some sunshine. So not mad about it, just need to go home and keep working. Got to stay on track. I have been doing my edits for hours and I have a sore neck, I have a sore head. I'm very over it at this point, but that's fine. What else would you expect the night before something this big is due? However, I'm gonna have a break and make a really yummy dinner because I love cooking and I have barely been doing it lately because of all the work I've been doing. So yeah, gonna cook something nice and then get back to the work for the rest of the night. Are you excited for me to submit? Yeah? I have had a very busy morning making all these little changes and things, but I got it out of the way very quickly, and so I'm already up to my full read through, even though it's not even lunchtime yet. So yeah, I'm ahead of schedule, which is exciting. And I'm just at my partner's work. I find it quite soothing to work here sometimes. They have sewing machines going in the background and people chatting, and weirdly it helps me concentrate. So yeah, I'm doing my full read through here, and yeah, exciting. All right, I'm turning it into a PDF. And then I'm gonna give it a final look over just to make sure the PDF didn't mess anything up. And then I'm gonna go get ready and go submit. So by me, I'm just getting a video of the flowers. You ready? Yep. Okay, it's doing its little loady thing. Are you kidding me? You did it!
Oh my god.
Yeah, I am actually. I was ready to
let go.
Well, that was a bit of a whirlwind. I have barely filmed anything because I was, you know, trying to fill out forms, and the buzzer went off for our food while I was submitting, and it was just very, very hectic, but also really fun. It was just me and my best mate submitting it at the pub at the uni, which was, yeah, perfect. I still feel quite weird. It doesn't really feel like I've submitted it. I think like the adrenaline highs and lows are very wacky, but I am gonna relax tonight, take it easy. And yeah, I know there's some more stuff to come. Obviously, it has to get assessed, it has to get examined, and there might be some revisions. In fact, it's likely to be revisions, it's pretty common. So yeah, it's not finished yet, but this is such a big stage and I am feeling really proud of myself. So yeah, definitely gonna try and have some rest and some celebrations as well.
So I waited 2 months to get my results. And then when they finally arrived, this is what I looked like. I ugly cried. I was so happy. And it was kind of a bittersweet feeling because I was thinking about my mum. I wrote a lot about her for this project and I was really missing her. But I was also thinking about myself and the start of this project, how far I'd come from a tiny little desk in a one-bedroom apartment, my uni desk, which I shared with a few other people, being on campus on sunny days and gloomy days, the hundreds of Zoom calls and conferences, getting to teach some of my favorite work to amazing students, sitting in so many different cafes to work, writing a whole book as well as a research project, and doing other creative things in the process as well, including publishing some of my research. Most importantly, I met some absolutely incredible people and colleagues who I will hopefully know for the rest of my life.
We were just watching one, like, yeah, it's probably.
I'm in the library, hence why I'm being quiet, and I'm gonna just sit and have my iced chai because it is 40 degrees today and do some revisions.
My thesis entitled Creative Artifacts, Schooling the Yarn, Exegesis, the Power and Potentiality of Brief Objects, Writing a Brief Memoir from Personal Possessions and Archives, I present Dr. Marina Caitlin Delahaye.